Netcasts you love.
From people you trust. This is Twit.
Hey everyone, I'm Shannon Morse, and today on Before You Buy, I have the Shure SRH145m Portable Headphones with remote and mic. That's a long name, but these cost $49, so they're really good price, and they're insanely lightweight and 5.2 ounces, so that makes them definitely very portable. Now, a nice thing about these headphones is you can fold them in, so you can just pack them in your purse and go. They are also adjustable on the ends, so you can actually adjust wherever the headphones fall on your head, so you can lower them or raise them as needed. These are very comfortable. They actually sit on the ears, so they're an on-the-ear set, and they are very noise isolating as well. Whenever I wear these, it's very hard to hear anything that's happening outside of them whenever I'm playing music. You'll notice as well, these aren't Bluetooth, they are cabled, and you can just use them with a 3.5mm jack like you normally would on pretty much anything these days. You'll also notice with the cable that these have an inline remote and mic for iOS users. Now, I don't have an iPhone myself, but I was able to use this with FaceTime on my iPad. The mic sounded very clear and everybody was able to hear me very well, so I had no problems with that. And it also has a volume up and down buttons as well as a play and pause. Now, on Android itself, the plus and minus buttons don't work, but the play and pause do. So you can still use this with Android and it works, but you just won't be able to change the volume. You'll have to actually touch your phone to be able to do that. These do come with a nice 2-year warranty as well, which is going to be really hard to find in that $50 range. So that's definitely a really good add-on for this kind of purchase, this kind of headphone. Now, as for music testing goes, I tried this with a whole bunch of different songs, but the main 4 that I wanted to mention include a little bit of bass and a little bit of rock and roll, as far as some oldies go as well. Now, first off, I tried some Daft Punk, and I was able to get some really nice bass out of here, but it's not super heavy. Now, they do say that it's rich, deep bass, but I would say it's more of a natural bass sound that comes out of these. So it's not gonna feel overpowering for you. Now, I also tried Bass Nectar on here, some of those songs, and anybody that knows from Bass Nectar, like Mr. Burke behind the camera, you're going to get a lot of overpowering bass with Bass Nectar. So these aren't going to bring out the really true sound quality that you get from songs from them if you listen to them live. Whenever you listen to rock and roll, though, like the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, really clear instruments. The vocals sound awesome, especially on the 80s music, so I was happy with that. And the Pink Floyd songs that I listened to on this is really where it stood out. I listened to Money, for example, and with this song, it was very crisp. I could really hear every single instrument and even little cymbal hits in the background and the conversation at the end of the song. So I was really happy with the volume that I could hear that at, even though it was just in the middle pretty much most of the time that I was listening to it. So I think the overall quality of this is clear and crisp, good bass, but it's more of a natural bass. It's not overpowering. So good definition between right and left speakers as well, since they're stereo. I should mention that as well. So on to the pros and cons. So first off, on the pros, very clear, very crisp, awesome sound quality from these. They are inexpensive and they are comfortable. And on the con side, I don't hear any heavy overpowering bass, and there's no carrying case. These are portable, so I was expecting some kind of bag to stick them in so I don't end up scratching these with my keys or with my phone while I have it in my purse. And also the inline mic and the volume controls don't work with Android. So buy, try, or don't buy. If you are an iOS user, I would say buy. If not, if you are an Android user, they do have a 145 model for Android users that's $10 less because it does not have these inline controls on it. So overall, I'd say give it a buy for sure. Way to go, Shure. I really like these. These are the Shure SRH145m headphones, and I'm Shannon Morse. Back to you guys.